modern wars like Ukraine, it's explosives which kill far more than bullets. Designed to destroy the enemy. But what impact do they have on the soldiers doing the firing?
Fire.
It really takes your breath away, doesn't it?
To investigate, we've come to Salisbury Plain.
Roger, range clear, detting up now.
Whilst detonation experts prime plastic explosives, we've armed ourselves with a super slow motion camera.
3, 2, 1, firing.
We're looking for the blast wave.
Fireball is just the heat that's produced by the explosion. The shock wave is caused by this supersonic event pushing out a blast wave which compresses the air as it travels through.
Do we know what those shock waves do to the human body?
It can be pretty nasty, to be honest, can enter the body orifices and cause internal damage. And quite seriously, it's going to impact on the head, it's going to rattle the brain around inside the skull cavity.
To find out what it feels like, I need to enter the range myself.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Whoa. It hits you, doesn't it? It's like it's almost being winded, like when you land on your back. It really takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Exactly, that blast wave is coming out, strikes the body, and you really feel it in the air cavities.
Even from 100 metres we are now.
Absolutely.
For something like breaching, where you need to storm through a wall you've just blown in, soldiers are often much closer. Not fancying that myself, we've brought in some mannequins, each positioned 5 metres from an explosive charge. 2 out in the open, behind another we're building a wall. All are fitted with blast monitors.
Range clear, stand by.
This 500-gram charge is an eighth of the size of those used for breaching in Afghanistan.
So this is a very typical blast overpressure wave. So we've got that very steep climb as the blast wave hits.
That's the 2 out in the open. What about the soldier in front of the wall?
This is interesting. What you can clearly see here, the first peak is the same, and then just behind it there's a second peak, and that is the blast overpressure wave being reflected back. So he's getting a double whammy.
You are rarely only exposed to the effects of incident waves.
That's a key part of US training.
Generating reflective waves.
They also have guidelines on the safe amount of overpressure you can be exposed to.
The maximum allowable rounds for you on that day will be 12.
The British Army has no equivalent. Nobody would recommend standing just 5 metres from an explosion powerful enough to blow a hole in an inch-thick steel plate. But the peak overpressure our mannequin was exposed to, 3.7 psi, isn't that different to the impact from firing a mortar, 3 psi. Soldiers may do that dozens of times a day in action or training, building up cumulative exposure. Plus, if your body position isn't correct, the dangers are far greater. Shoulder-mounted anti-tank weapons pose an even bigger risk. This one exposes the firer to 6 psi, 62% more than our mannequin experienced. To see what that does to soft tissue like the brain, we rigged up some water balloons. In slow-mo, you can see how the power of the shockwave weakens. The ones nearest burst, those further away, which are exposed to the same overpressure as a soldier firing an anti-tank weapon, don't. But if you look again closely, they do bulge.
That energy is being transmitted into the brain, and it's just like being shaken around. It can cause shearing damage. So even long after your previous exposure, it could have started a chain of events in the brain that caused cells to break down and cells to die.
Nobody's saying that soldiers shouldn't fire their weapons on the battlefield, but the majority of exposures are during training, which other countries are already limiting.
How confident can people be that you know what is the safe limit?
Well, that's interesting because once upon a time, we thought the lowest threshold of damage was sort of eardrums, but now it's becoming apparent that you can be damaged at much lower levels.
The science, I think, is quite clear that there's long-term damage from lots of these little events if we kind of add those up, but the short-term acute exposure thresholds are not well established at this point.
So are we playing with fire in the meantime?
Yes, I think we are.
The Ministry of Defence says it takes veterans' health seriously and is investing millions to better understand the impact of firing weapons on soldiers' brains. Martin Stew, ITV News.